All right,
of course it's
go.
Oh, you're gonna make fun of me. I see how it is. All right. Anyway, guys, last week we finished up on with the reversal from Neon, the reversal to get back to the top from Neon's stomach. So you got to the top, and you ended up here in side control, and you're holding your opponent on side control. There's a couple of things you can do. We already went going back to Neon's stomach or mounting your opponent. What we haven't gone over is taking the person's back. Here's another option for you guys that you can do when you're in this position. It's actually getting the person's back. What I like to do, there's a whole bunch of moves. But what I like to do personally is, from here, I'm gonna come around and get to a north and south position of my opponent. Same rules apply. I got my chest on his chest. I'm dropping my belly kind of on his face. If his face is that way, that means the only way that he's gonna try to escape is that way. So as long as I'm prepared for him to try to escape that way, I have good control of my opponent. Next thing I like to do is I'm gonna go a little bit under the arm here, and I'm gonna start peeling his gi open. And I'm gonna grab the lapel all the way here by his armpit. Come around, guys, so you guys can see. I grab the lapel, the lapel right here, close to the armpit. So now I have good control of my opponent's shoulder.
I was wondering why you call it lapel all the time.
It's lapel, it's the accent, yeah. My bad. So, next thing I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna switch a little bit to this side. There's a lot of pressure on his face because I'm putting weight on his face right now. He's probably having a hard time down there. If you're just tapping, I'll relieve a little bit of pressure. Since I'm already here with my elbow high on my opponent, all I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna peel this side of the lapel, bring it down. If I have to, I'll go under his arm again and grab. And now I got this nice and tight. The next move I'm gonna do from here is when I release the weight, the pressure off his chest, it's because I'm going to my knee. The moment I come to my knee, my next movement is I'm gonna start coming up. As I'm coming up, I'm gonna bring my opponent up. So it's gonna be one violent movement. Go back down. I'm here, I'm gonna come up to make him sit. The moment I make him sit in this position, I'm gonna drive my hip forward, I'm gonna come down here and have my head pressed on my opponent. I'm still holding these handles here. Because right from here, I'm gonna start peeling to the side. Look how I came up. I have one knee, one leg up. The reason why is when I start coming to the side, I'm gonna put this foot on his hip. I'm not immediately trying to drive it in because a lot of times my opponent is gonna have this tight. He's gonna have his elbow on there. He's gonna keep everything tight, so it's gonna be hard for me. So instead, let me grab the key here again. So instead, when I come down, when I'm starting to bring to a side, boom, my foot goes on the hip, so I can push that leg down and then pull him, and I got a hook. Then from here, I'll swing a little bit over to this side, peel my foot out, boom. Got both hooks in my opponent. And I'm still holding his gi here, so I have control. Next thing I want you guys to do, this is one control. The other way you're gonna control your opponent, you're gonna let go. You can come around here, kind of like the seatbelt. I'm gonna grab, but don't just stay like this, because you're giving your opponent room for him to escape. The moment I grab, I'm gonna bring his shoulder up, and I'm sticking my chin right here, between his neck and shoulder. So boom, right here. This way, he can't peel this shoulder out. I got good control of my opponent, and I can hold him here for quite some time. And then from there, I can start working out different moves. Let me come here, so you can start to do it right here. And Steve can see. Actually, your neck is messed up, and we're going to put a lot of pressure in that. Come here, John.
Don't do that, please.
Yeah, I don't want to put pressure in either. So, I have side control. I got control of my opponent. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slide my hand out, come to north and south. Immediately I drop my hip and weight on his face. I grab here, I peel, got this nice and tight. I'm going to peel this one open here, go under his arm, and hold. I got good control of my opponent's shoulder. Look how he moves his shoulders, because I'm controlling. The moment I'm going to get to my knees, I'm going to explode up. Boom. I peel him up. I'm using force. I'm peeling him up. From here, he's going to try to defend. So he's going to do the phone call. He's going to bring his knees up to his chest. Boom. This foot goes right here on his hip. So when I come back and pull, I'm pushing with the heel, and then I can slide that in. And I got half of the hook there. Pull this leg out. Boom. I got this one in right here. And you can start working your attacks. But don't start working your attacks without having your hooks in, and get control of your opponent. You can go here for the feet rope, we can hold here and then eventually pass the lapel. We start working choke or something like that. Make sense?
Sure.
You guys understand? For the guys that have no gi, this is a little impractical. For no gi, we could try doing it just to get the practice until you guys are still waiting on the gi. Go under the armpits and cup, and then pull your opponent up. And then the outcome would pretty much be the same. Make sense? Cool, partner up.